Hey, what's up, Dev Crew? In today's video, we're going to do a virtual networking. And I'm going to tell you about that a little bit more right after this. Today, we're going to be on Pramp, which stands for Practice Makes Perfect. It's a platform that helps you to do technical interviews with your peers. And back in December, I was able to do a beta feature that they had, which was networking. I did this video with Reza. So I'm really happy to announce that you get to see what my interview is like. You get to see what type of questions I ask when networking, and both good and bad, and how I try to interact with others. So this is a really cool concept. Pramp currently doesn't have it, but I hope they'll have it soon. And this is something that you could do with LinkedIn using Hangouts or something like that. Just pinging someone and saying, hey, I'd really like to get to know you more, but can we network over a really quick Skype interview? Here's a little bit about me. I'd love to network more and really get to know you in a face-to-face. So this is a cool opportunity that you can learn and use used anywhere. So let's check it out.
Nice to meet you, Tyler. I'm Reza from Austin, Texas.
Oh, cool. I'm in Dallas, so.
Oh, so we're close, right?
Very close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Iran.
Iran? Cool. So
Yeah,
when did you come?
you know,
when did you come to the States?
I moved to US like 2010.
Oh wow.
8 years ago. Yeah, I moved to California first, and now to Texas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you like California better or here?
So California, I mean, weather-wise, it's much better.
What weather-wise?
Yeah, the weather and entertainment, everything, but much expensive.
Yeah, you pay for it.
That's why I moved over here. Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly it. Cool. Yeah, why don't you tell me about your background and your career and stuff?
Oh yeah. So let's see. This is just like networking. It's not supposed to be like the interview, right?
No. This is
No,
just
okay.
networking. So
Yeah.
did you read the? Have you read the?
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start. I'm software engineer for over like 15 years, and so right now my main programming language is PHP. For last 8 years, I was doing backend, frontend, and also server architecture, DevOps things. For backend things, I was just LAMP stack,
Okay.
Linux, PHP, MySQL, and for front end, I'm just like more back end things rather than front end. For front end, yeah, I've worked a lot with front end with just CSS, HTML, jQuery, JavaScript. And I'm trying to learn the new stuff like React, AngularJS. Always, I mean, new things to work on.
Always.
Yeah, always. And for, the other part of my career is DevOps and let's say virtualization, containerization. I like these things. And for virtualization, I was working like 6 years. All our servers at the company was on the virtual machine, VMware. But last 2 years, I just started working on Docker and moved everything to Docker. I like that much more. And yeah, that's it. I think at my side for my experience.
Cool. I'll introduce myself, I guess. I played around and hacked around with websites since like 2003, but I didn't start programming like for reals. Like I just like messed around with PHP like a tiny bit and messed around with HTML and CSS, you know, off and on for years. So no level of expertise, but the past I guess 3 or 4 years now, I've been really getting into it. I've been a professional developer for about 2 years, so I currently am in .NET, so I do C#, T-SQL, full stack stuff.
I used to use that.
I haven't got to code a lot in it, but I've been doing a lot of DevOps with Azure DevOps, VSTS stuff. So that's been fun. Mostly with like doing build pipelines and figuring out how to best practices around that.
Right.
So I've been doing that for most of my. I got this brand new job about 6 months ago. This is technically my first development job, and before this, I had a internship, but that internship didn't turn out too well. And I had it for 10 months, and then they said, hey, this isn't really working out. You can become a technical support doing some type of development stuff. So that was actually kind of rough. So what I've actually done is like try to figure out how to. That's kind of what brought me to Pramp and working on my career is how can I get in a better place, right? So I got my first dev job, got my 3-month interview. My boss is basically like, my boss was basically gave me the impression I should be a mid-level dev, not a junior dev anymore. So that made me feel really good. And recently I just started doing YouTube. So, and I'd actually love to put this on YouTube if you're cool with that. if would you be cool with me putting this on YouTube or?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Because I'm recording it right now. If not, I can.
That's okay. Totally fine.
Cool.
Yeah, that's kind of fine. Just send me the link. I mean, just invite me. We can.
Oh yeah, for sure. So what I'm doing right now with I'm trying to basically through YouTube, I'm trying to help other people either that got stuck like me, like level up their careers or change into software development, or just if they've been doing it for a little while, like how can I raise my salary? How can I get better or master it? So I read a book called I know this is a long intro. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. That's perfect.
I'm really passionate about this stuff. So
yeah.
If you've read a book called So Good They Can't Ignore You, have you heard of that one?
No, I didn't know.
So when I was first doing development, I was like, oh, I can kind of just get by. And then once it's been hard to land a job, so I was like, man, I need to get like master stuff. So anyway, my career is kind of around mastery and networking, and at least that's my goal. So that's a little bit about me. But I went on way too long.
Same here. I mean, I am almost saying the same thing for me happening. Exactly you're saying.
Oh,
after
cool.
15 years, I'm still having some issues working on my career, finding new jobs.
Dude,
yeah.
So how can I help you? I love something I'd like to tell you is I love to help other people network. Like I do it all the time. I'm always like, when I meet someone and they're like, I'm looking for a job, I try to at least post it on LinkedIn and go, hey, this guy's looking for a job. How can I help him? So I'm really, really interested in helping you.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let me just keep talking, and maybe at some point we can understand. I mean, how can you help me? So definitely I see that you have a lot of potential to help me. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to learn more each other, and then I definitely need some help.
Cool. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty new to development as far as, I mean, I don't know if you know, but you can mess around with HTML and stuff. And so when I first got into it, I was playing with WordPress, and it keeps freaking out.
Oh yeah, I just clicked on the code and then back to the video.
Oh, the code editor. You're like, oh, you want to see some code. You're like, prove to me you can code. So I was into like WordPress, like probably I did WordPress stuff back in 2012. I hacked some stuff together around 2013, and I was installing sites up to 2015. I did a little bit of coding in 2014, but I got serious when I decided to go to school, and I went into like C++ and did some Java and JavaScript and SQL class that I took multiple times because I'm so bad at SQL. Dude, SQL is not my. I can't tell you. My first job. So my first job, the guy, my boss was like a SQL guru. Well, it's funny. My current boss is a SQL guru too. Well, kind of a guru. And I thought, oh man, I have to be good at SQL. If I'm not good at SQL, I suck as a dev. And then I realized, like, no, a lot of devs just use ORMs. They suck at SQL. And I'm like, and I felt like liberated. I was like, wait, I don't have to be good at SQL. Like, I want to be better, but it's like I don't have to be a master at it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
So So at your current job, what database you're using? MySQL or
No, we're
Mongo?
using T-SQL, which is, yeah, it's like, what is it?
It's more like for that Microsoft thing, right?
Yeah, it's more like Microsoft. It's very similar to, um, all the sequels are very similar. It has some
Yeah.
different, keywords and syntax and stuff. They have all those ANSI formats, and I don't know all the ins and outs, but it's very similar to MySQL
Mhm.
in a lot of
Cool.
ways. So,
Cool. Yeah. So then I started. So I graduated as a bachelor of science in 2001. So before that, before PHP, I was working on, I would say, basic, Visual Basic, Fox Pro. Then I jumped on .NET, C Sharp, ASP.NET for like 6 years. And then in 2008, I decided just move to open source from .NET. I just moved everything to open source, PHP, Linux.
were you
Yeah.
building stuff for yourself, and like, were you doing freelance stuff, or?
And no, okay. So when I moved to United States in 2010,
Mm-hmm.
before that in Iran, in my country, home country, I had my own company at some point.
Oh wow, cool.
So yeah, we were developing a desktop application. It wasn't web application. It was this desktop application for like schools for like it was like managing the whole process of everything over the schools. That was just one of the products that we were working. But at that point, we were working on .NET. C Sharp, ASP.NET, and then I just I had a lot of change in my career things. So at some point it's like a whole book if I can write it. Hopefully you can help me to write a book. Maybe that's the thing.
I don't know, man. I'm not great at writing a book myself. I know. I'm sure I could Google something.
Yeah.
That's
So then, I moved to PHP, and now I'm thinking to learn just new stuff like Ministack. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Python or any new challenges for me. I don't know.
yeah. That's cool. So you said I actually started. So technically, I started when I started trying to learn C++ when I was like 13, and that would just I got one of those Sam's Teach Yourself in 24 hours C++, and I felt better because my friend like a couple years later said this book sucks, dude. Like, and I was like, well, I feel a little bit better, but that was not a good language to start with at 13, at least for me. It was too hardcore, I think.
Yes, C++ is like
That's
not easy. Yeah.
it's not. I mean, some people can pull it off, but
Yeah.
I messed around with HTML, but it was mostly graphical stuff. I was like kind of just too lazy to actually get into it. And then in high school in 2005, I did VB6, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
And I think I have the code. I'm gonna have to go over the code in one of my YouTube videos and show how horrible it is. But yeah, I did that, and then I guess I learned a little bit of PHP in like 2012, 2013, just a tiny bit. And then I've gotten serious since like 2015 is when I really started. So, I mean, you can't say you had, I can't say I've had like 15 years of experience because that's not true. But I've only really been doing it professionally for the past couple years. But it's cool. So do you feel like, I guess I have a question for you. Because you're saying, oh, I want to try some new stuff. Like, what's leading you to that? Are you just bored? Or you like feel like you mastered it, or are you finding it hard to find work with PHP now? Like, what's your motivator there?
So yeah, part of that is that it's hard to find just. As a software engineer, it's not easy to just keep stuck on the one programming language. And yes, one part is that it's not easy to find new job just with PHP. So new technologies, new job. You know that Ministack right now there is a bunch of. Every company right now looking just for Node.js. For front end, for back end things like React, AngularJS. But at the other side, as a software engineer, I am trying to understand and learn new technologies. So like for any program language, I need first to understand how does it work, and not exactly go and learn in all commands on all grammar of the language. Like
Right.
Node.js, it took me like 6 months maybe just to understand why they create Node.js. How does it work? Because the big question for me was that JavaScript for backend, what does it mean? That was a really big question for me for a while. It took me like, I don't know, maybe it took me like 5, 6 months to just understand how does it work.
Yeah, that's really interesting because it's crazy to me how much time it takes to like get knowledgeable in this stuff, and it's like and you feel when you're brand new to stuff, like when you've only been developing a few years, it's like it feels overwhelming to be like, I need to be an expert about all this stuff. Like there's so much I don't understand. And then you start to really understand, like as you dig in, how much more you don't understand, right? But that's cool. I actually, thinking about it though, I know of a company here. I know you want to move into that stack, but I actually know of a company here in Dallas. I don't know if you're interested in relocating, but I know of a company that does their main stack is PHP. Because I know you said you haven't. Are you pretty firm on switching over though?
No, honestly, I don't think I'm okay with relocating. No.
Cool. So I could see if I can talk to them. I don't know. I probably only know the recruiter there, but it's called. Are you familiar with a company called Paycom?
No. That's a recruiter?
No, it's actually a company. They do HR software, so like payroll.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is our company just switched over to using them, so it's pretty funny. But I can definitely refer you to them.
So the thing is, I'm not open to relocating, and the other thing is that I'm not okay with remote working.
Oh, you don't want to relocate?
No,
okay.
No, not relocate and not remote working.
Okay, so you don't want to relocate, don't want to remote work.
So like 2 years ago, I moved from California to Texas, Austin, but I am still working for the same company, remotely from here, from Texas. So I was just trying to I was trying just to keep my work, my business, and I was just like to give me more time to understand the business area, the marketing area over here.
Mm-hmm.
But after like one and a half year, I didn't like the remote working. I was like thinking more of on-site. So the other thing is that I am trying to apply for the companies that I like more, the job position and the industry that they are working. So maybe it's like 3 or 4 months, roughly 4 months. I started working. Searching for the new job, but not very actively because I'm still working the same company as a full-time job. So it's like going slowly, but that's how I decided to go with this process. Yeah,
that's good to know, man. I know of a couple. Do you work?
You know what? It's not easy because for last 8 years I was working for last 8 years I was just working for the same company. So the industry is just retail, e-commerce. But I'm more interested to switch my career to like software companies, and it's not easy. That's it.
Oh, so you've been building like carts and stuff like that, and doing
my
e-commerce stuff with your current stuff?
No, the current thing is retail. It's just selling stuff online.
What's that?
The company is just a retail company. They sell their products online.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're just working on their site, their retail site.
Yes, I'm taking care of the e-commerce website and developing new features they need. I mean, backend, front end, and server things. But I'm like more interested in software companies. I mean, I don't know if you know. Let me type in. Where's the? Can we type in?
Is there content one?
Oh, I can type in here. Like, do security. Okay, can you hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, this was the company that I applied, and they didn't follow with me. So they are like more software companies, security company. They are working on the products. You can just check their website later.
Cool.
Or like Cloudflare. This was
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. They do the CDN stuff.
Maybe they are using DNS or their firewall, or I don't know, DNS. They have a lot of products.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. I don't know if any company I've worked for has used them, but yeah, I'm familiar with their. They help like prevent like DDoS attacks and stuff like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And do content distribution and stuff. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's my big struggle. Maybe I need to just be realistic to that I cannot switch, but I'm just trying.
I don't think that's true. I think it's just a matter of time. Like it took me 10 months to find my first job, even though I had some experience. And I was like, especially, I mean, I've met people they were at a company I met this guy that was in Java for, Java's really in demand, but he was going through some family problems and stuff. One of his parents was passing away, and he was trying to take care of him. And but he was at one company for 15 years and got super specialized just in that software. And I'm telling you, like, people can really get stuck. They can really get stuck, and it's kind of. I hope he's found a job now. I was really trying to help him, but you can only help people so much. They have to help themselves too. But I think you can make it, man. Like, I think it's a matter of, targeting some companies. So do you have any other companies that you're targeting that I might be able to maybe reach into my network and see if I know someone that might be able to help you?
So I applied for like 4 company. I am following up with 2 more.
Give up on me.
No, I'm just
sure.
So I don't know. Is it Pramp
Dude,
issues or?
No, I love this service. I don't want to diss them. I hope they keep improving it. I mean,
I'm so happy that I find this Pramp. I was looking just something for like this.
That's cool. So where were we at, man? We were just getting to the. Yeah, we were talking about. I think you can still find something. So I was going to ask you, what's some of your other target companies so that I can reach in my network and see if I have any contacts there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm typing in the companies that I right now. The other one is let me just copy in the website URL. Yeah, these 2, the Procore, I'm waiting for them. I applied for a senior. That was really fun. On hire. Yeah, that's the thing that I applied for. I think. Yeah, the second one is software engineer. The CIG Logistics. That's oil company. I think their headquarters is close to the Dallas. I don't know what city, but it's like close to the Dallas. But their IT team are in Austin based. So yeah, on or second month, I was like kind of stressed out, depressed that after 8 years I cannot find a new job. But then I figured out even just native guys that they don't have like me issues, they have same issues to find new jobs. Even I met someone at Microsoft. It was like after like almost, she had like 20 years experience in like manager level, and she was just using Pramp to get ready. That was.
Yeah, I think, well, especially if you've been in the same job. I feel like if you've been in the same job for a while, doing unless you're doing algorithms all day long, dude, like it's this stuff's not easy. Like technical interviews aren't easy unless you're like, I don't know, unless you're doing algorithms at work all day, you know, like or you have it mastered. So
No, I am not.
I don't have it mastered. I'd say the technical part of my interview is probably the hardest part. Um, I get by with. I mean, if I had to do, I don't think I could pass Google type interviews. Like the Pramp interview, I've only taken one before, to be honest. I want to do more, but they are hard.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Very hard. I've done stuff. Have you done stuff like code fights and stuff like that before? Or code
Not
wars?
much, but I mean, each time I start, because I mean, when you do the technical interview, when you are just code fight or something, you know, it's different. I mean, it's different than actual things that you are doing at work.
Yeah, it depends on the company too. Like,
Yeah.
the first company I got an internship with, they actually had me build like a little piece of software, which was actually perfect for my experience level. I mean, I barely got that, but it was perfect for me because if I would have had an algorithm one, it would have went bad. But
So, what's the industry? Your current company?
my current company is insurance.
Oh,
So
insurance. Right?
yeah, so we're basically the software branch of an insurance company, and it's basically a parent company that has like 10 or 13 other companies underneath that do all different types of insurance and stuff. I don't understand all the ins and outs of it, but yeah. But I was thinking about something too. I got a buddy who I work with part time, and he actually works at a company doing PHP and Node, and they're trying to switch their PHP over to Node. So I was wondering, have you tried searching for job like PHP and Node inside of the job search places?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was the one phase of my job searching. I was just trying to find the jobs that they are looking for PHP, but it's like, okay, it's a plus, it's a bonus side if you know the Node.js. So yes, but the thing is, my experience with Node, I do know Node, but I didn't work on the really actual project with Node.js.
Right.
That's the. I did write some modules at my company because that there was a project that fully write it in Ministack, Node.js Mongo, and I just helped them in just one or two modules, backend Node modules. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like that I am experienced.
Yeah, you can't speak like that though. You have to, when you go in for your interviews, you gotta be like, yeah, I actually developed two and integrated two different modules inside of our network, and let them ask you if you have more further experience, because
Yeah.
you're always gonna feel like you don't know enough, man. But I get it. I'm the same way. I'm always like, oh, I don't know enough about this. I don't know enough about this stuff, but. It's good to be honest, but you also have to like positive spin everything, you know?
Yeah, I got your point. Yeah, that's sometimes my problem. That's sort of, I'm underestimating myself. So I feel that, I don't know if it's my problem or anybody.
Dude, yeah, I guess it's turned more into career stuff, but I want to focus more on the networking stuff. So is there any are you finding it hard to get those first interviews? Like, what's the major way that you're applying to jobs, I guess?
Okay, so no, right now the companies that applied, the problem was that none of them they didn't follow up with me. So I figured out maybe that's my resume that I'm sending to them issue. So I started just working on my resume. So this is the next step that I'm doing, to start sending my resume to new companies.
Cool.
For next 4 companies that I applied, they didn't follow up. So they weren't interested to follow up. That was wondering me what was wrong.
That's the hard part. And are you cold submitting your resumes? Do you know anyone at those companies, or are you just saying, hey, here's my resume through the normal?
No, I just applied to the online. I just applied online. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're running into, man. So with networking, it's really good to spend like 75% of your time networking with other people. So going to meetups, going to if you start going to Node meetups or to React meetups in Austin, you'll start to rub shoulders with people who are looking for those type of devs. So I'd
Yeah,
really,
yeah. I started going to Node Meetup. Just one or two, and PHP. I did, yeah, I did the stuff for a month, but you're right. I need to keep networking with them. Yeah.
yeah, I'd recommend. I made the same mistake. I put a lot of effort into applying
Uh,
and going and meeting people because once you like we made a connection now, right? So like if I find a job that's good for you, like I know who you are. I care about you. I'm interested in your situation because we've connected. But
right.
had your resume just come to my table and I'm like, who's this guy? Like I'm not gonna pay attention to it because I have 1,000 others, right?
Hmm.
Um, well, is there anything else I can do to help you?
Yeah. No. That's yeah. So right now the issue that I have, that's the they didn't follow up with me, and the other things that, as you mentioned, I am second language, so I am thinking that I need to work more on my communication skill. I am trying to find new resources and work on that, but that's the other part of the problem that I have. Yeah.
I think you do really well. I mean, I'd love to help you. Maybe not right now, but I'd love to help you look at your resume. Um, and anything else I can do to help would be great.
Okay, then what can I help you? I didn't ask this. How can I help you?
Um, so I'm really trying to grow my YouTube right now, and I'm trying to help people like yourself and grow in the
Right.
process. Like it's kind of a selfish thing. I see that like me doing YouTube, I can learn myself, but also give back. So I mean, um, I'd love for you to if you have a question in mind, I'd love to like make a video for it, or maybe we
Mhm.
can do another video where I look over your resume and try to help you with that, or if you know of other people that would be interested in the content. I'm just trying to build a community that wants to help each other.
Oh,
So
that's perfect. So
um,
yeah, that's the other part of my career that I figured that I am missing. That when I'm learning something, I need to. I thought that yeah, that's the part that when I'm learning some new stuff, I need to talk to someone, to share with someone. In this way, I am going to learn more, and I'm going to share it with somebody, and then I'm just spreading my knowledge or whatever I'm learning. Maybe I'm going to learn new stuff. That's the part that I think I missed in last like 7 years that I was working.
yeah, and YouTube is a really good way to do that.
Hmm.
Uh, it also helps you build your personal brand. So I'm trying to like I want to try to create a network around the country so that if I ever need a job in the future, like
Cool.
I can find that job, right? Because I've helped other people and they're gonna want they now know me. So so yeah, I can send you the link to my stuff and we can connect. Let me give
Okay.
you I'll give you my email real quick if that's cool.